133 pounds, All-American Lucas Byrd for the Fighting Illini. And Cullen Schreiver had his red shirt pulled on Friday night. He'll get the call today in place of Austin DeSanto. We saw DeSanto in the win against Minnesota last Friday night. It was Jesse Ibarra against Purdue. And as I mentioned, Schreiver on the mat today for the second time this weekend out of Mason City, Iowa. Lucas Byrd, third at last year's Big Ten Championships. He was fifth at the NCAA Championships in March. I'm a big fan of Lucas Byrd. I remember a dual meet last year, first time I had seen him. I was super excited, very physical. He stalks, a lot of pressure moving forward, good on his feet, couple of good hard mat returns. He's got my heart, TJ. He's fun to watch.
He's relentless, and that's the thing. He gets out there. He's not afraid of anybody, and proved his worth last year as a freshman, getting on the podium. Certainly the leader for the Illini right now.
And I will say this, and you hear it here inside State Farm Center, the best wrestling song of all time, no doubt about it, Thunderstruck, AC/DC. Good stuff to set the tone, and here we go as we battle at 133. Byrd, a two-time state champion out of LaSalle High School. He's from Cincinnati, Ohio, originally committed to Maryland, and then with the coaching change, came over to Illinois.
Turn that body. Come on. Turn his head and arms.
Off to an 11-1 start. 3-0 in duels this season. Beat Joey Oliveri of Rutgers 13-2 this past Friday. Good work here from Schreiver.
Very nice job, elbow pass, but a nice job of straightening up and squaring off by Lucas Byrd.
Good reactions. Come on. Keep it going.
Schreiver, a three-time state champion. As a junior, had some injuries. Had one at the state tournaments. And that negated his hopes of becoming a four-timer in Iowa. Good pace here in the first minute.
Work his head.
Schreiver began the season 14-1. He's lost 3 of 4, but some close scores. Lost to Braden Palmer of Chattanooga 4-2 in sudden victory.
Square up, square up.
Rayvon Foley, Michigan State beat him 10-5. Most recently, Chris Cannon of Northwestern.
Couple of shots by Byrd, good reaction by Schreiver, coming back. Couple of elbow pass attempts, but Byrd was able to square up. Now he's got that front headlock, looking to come around. If you can get there on the edge, you get the two. And he's got the 2 points, got the far ankle there, got 2 points.
Did a nice job putting the head in the hole. And gets the takedown.
Nope, they didn't.
No
they called it
takedown.
off. They must have said they went off.
Mike Poeta can't believe it. He lost his challenge.
Right.
So we are scoreless, 60 seconds first period.
Keep it up, Byrd. Keep on reacting to you.
Byrd's controlling the ties, pressuring, snapping hard once he gets that pressure back.
Yes.
He can't seem to get the angle, and when he doesn't quite get that, Schreiber's done a nice job of almost getting the angle, but neither one basically finding the way to get the angle on the other.
If you're Schreiber, want to make sure you're not backing out, circle back in. Slide by, good job there from Byrd.
Again, good action by Byrd. Two points at the edge there. I like the way Byrd came back after that close call. Didn't even worry about it. Went right back to go to work and has done a really nice job of controlling ties. Finally got that angle there. Got the nice takedown.
That was really well done. You could see the feel for Byrd there, using the pressure from Schreiber on that slide by using Schreiber's momentum, and then he dropped into the legs, able to finish at the edge. Just really good wrestling for the first score of this match at 133. Byrd's only loss came at the Michigan State Open when he placed third, lost to Anthony Madrigal of Oklahoma. Beat Dylan Rigason of Michigan at the MSU Open. Big return there from Byrd. Here's a look at the sequence where the takedown was not awarded.
So he gets the far ankle. Oh, that's a nice call. Yes, nice call. He didn't have control. His foot went out. It was a good call by the official. So if Poeta still had a brick, he probably would have lost it again.
Green cover.
He's going to explode to his feet.
Set.
Byrd has made some nice adjustments so far in this match. What wasn't working for him at first, he made some adjustments. That's the experience being shown by Byrd.
Solid return. Takes that riding time over 30 seconds. Pinching the right side of the Hawkeye.
Down. Keep his head down. Good.
Here he goes. Break him flat. Good job. Just keep having it.
Nope, we're out. No change.
Byrd last year taking 5th at the NCAA championships. He was 6-2 at that tournament. Lost to Louis Hayes of Virginia 6-4. I believe in the second round, and then he went to work on the backside. Pinned Mikhail McGee of Arizona State to stand on that 5th spot on the podium. TJ, we'll talk about it a little bit during this broadcast, I'm sure, but it has been a crazy day in college wrestling today. It's been crazy. Just love it. A lot of highlights on our Instagram at B1G Wrestling. A lot of highlights. And a big highlight from the Minnesota-Wisconsin match.
Always surprises, aren't there, Shane? Has been since the start of the season. But right now, Lucas Byrd doing a great job, pinching that ankle, keeping the weight on the front of Schreiver, keeping him from not being able to get his hips underneath him. Nice job by Byrd here all the way around on this ride in the second period.
Just great awareness. Here we go. Riding time approaching 2 minutes. Seen a few good mat returns. As I say, TJ, move the sticks. It's 3rd and 1 on a football field. Move the chains, keep possession, keep offensive.
Set.
Good job again by Byrd just to chase hips.
Keep him down for 30.
Byrd and Austin DeSanto, a couple of good battles last year.
See how Byrd's out on his toes right there, keeping the pressure. And a nice trip, another mat return there. Whether it's lift and drop or whether it's just trip him right down, that's as important a mat return as there is right there.
No question.
Very, very impressive mat return, very impressive pressure by Byrd right now. As you can see how he gets out on those toes and keeps the pressure
7 seconds
Schreiver.
in the period, gentlemen, 7 seconds. Here we go, Red, get set.
Tomorrow, Rick Pizzo and I break down the big stories in the sport and preview upcoming matchups. Big Ten wrestling and beyond. Tomorrow, 10:30 Eastern here on the Big Ten Network.
That was a really nice job of Byrd there, staying with him, attacking the hips at the end.
Lucas Byrd, a leech in that second period on top. Now he'll go on bottom in the 3rd. And that first period takedown, 2-0. Quad pod up. And right back in on the legs.
That's what I talked about, relentless. I mean, it's a reversal. That wasn't even enough time for an escape. And so Byrd ready for that, felt the release, and dropped right back in on the leg. Got the far ankle, got the reversal.
When you are in that kind of position right there, you got to be so careful. If you're going to cut a guy, you got to make sure that you are ready for a quick attack.
Well, there again, the experience, and Byrd only in his second year here, but he's showing experience right now. Boom, right in, and far ankle, drive through, got the 2 points for the reversal. That was just heads up by Lucas Byrd for the Illini.
Set, green cover. Set.
Riding time secured now for Byrd. Slides in the right leg, crossbody ride. Mentioned him and Austin DeSanto, the Hawkeye last year at the Big Tens. Byrd able to narrow the gap a little bit.
Yeah, Byrd doing a nice job here of elevating that leg there with the crossbody ride, keeping Schreiver down. Now tying up those wrists, working those wrists.
Tight waist.
Yeah, Schreiver trying to keep those wrists out in front of him right there, but whether it's the matter of how he is elevating that back leg that keeps Schreiver on the belly there.
That's all. Grab it if you can.
And the crossbody goes back in, putting a lot of pressure. Really a hard-working ride being put on by Byrd, both even more so in this last period. Really a workmanlike, impressive showing by Lucas Byrd.
Tough, pretty performance here from Lucas Byrd. With the riding time, it'll be a 5-0 decision.
Easy.
3 minutes and 50 seconds of riding time as Byrd improves to 12-1 and now 2-0 in Big Ten duels. We'll begin this second half at 165 pounds. Alex Marinelli, 3-time Big Ten champion, ranked #1 in the nation at 165, and Danny Braunagel for the Fighting Illini. Braunagel comes in 8-5. And he's had a great week of practice, a little bit of a funk compared to his standards, TJ, but a big opportunity today against a super tough opponent.
Yeah, Marinelli pulls the trigger early, drops in on that leg, and gets the 2 points fast.
15 seconds in, first takedown for Marinelli as he kicks Braunagel away and escape. Braunagel beating Andrew Clark of Rutgers 9-3 in that duel on Friday. Illinois falling to Rutgers. Just their second Big Ten match of the season for Illinois. Of course, we'll see Braunigel's twin brother Zach at 184. They also have a younger brother, Joe, that's on the roster.
Hey, look to create openings.
Marinelli so heavy with those hands.
Yeah, he makes you carry his weight whether he's under you or over you. He can go under and he can go over those ties, those snaps. He's always putting the pressure on.
Stay square.
Marinelli out of Miamisburg, Ohio, wrestled for Jeff Jordan at Powerhouse St. Paris Graham. 4-time state champion, part of 4 team championships. They won the national title his junior year, stopping a run by Blair Academy. 204 career high school record for the Bull, who leads at 2-1 with 120 here in the first period.
Yeah, Braunigel's a tough kid, but he cannot allow Marinelli to, keep his ties. He's got to stay out of Marinelli's ties. Marinelli's ties just open up everything for him.
Marinelli just missing out on a snatch single. Good job there by Braunagel to free that right leg. These two wrestled at the Big Tens. I believe it was 2020. Marinelli with the 14-2 major. Braunagel this season 4th at the Michigan State Open and recently 8th at the Mattman Open.
He's coming right now, get ready.
Hard snap from the Bull.
It just takes so much work to clear Marinelli's ties. It just wears you out. It's easier said than done when I said, well, he needs to stay out of the ties. Marinelli doesn't let you stay out of the ties.
Braunagel out of Belleville, Illinois, Althoff Catholic, 3-time finalist,
Off the fingers, guys.
2-time state champion, as we're late here in this first period. Big Ten home opener for the Fighting Illini. These guys will close out the first period, ear to ear.
After the first period, it's a 4-2.
Red takes down. Red's down.
Marinelli goes on bottom.
Second period, gentlemen. Red's down.
Marinelli, 3-time All-American.
Green cover.
Was 6th in 2018, 7th in 2019. First team in 2020. Of course, last year lost in the quarters to eventual national champion Shane Griffith and medical forfeited out of the tournaments.
One red, neutral.
That's where he's looking to put it all together. Will be Detroit in March. He's done everything else.
Hey, stay inside. Move your feet. Move your feet.
Those fakes look good, Danny B.
Good snaps.
Marinelli, 3-time Midlands champion. Couple times named a champion of champions at the Midlands.
Hey.
No straight arms. He's looking for posts.
Heavy on the head. You hear Mike Poeta, he's looking for posts. He is known for that. Set up.
Good snap.
Elbows down to the mat. That's it.
Keep faking. Yeah, that pulling's good.
Braunagel, 2020 honorable mention All-American. Had a great year. That 1920 campaign was 23-9. 6th in the Big Tens.
Braunagel, keep peeking for stuff.
NCAA qualifier in 21.
Good. Stay inside.
Was
Elbows
0-2.
down.
Braunagel doing a nice job of
Go
fighting
straight
here.
arms.
But it's a matter of ultimately whether you can score or not. And this good hand fighting, the head
Go
snaps,
straight
etc.
arms, elbows back.
Is it opening you up for executing the takedown right there? And so far, Marinelli with that quick takedown to begin has that lead and is in control, and he's hard to come back from when he has a lead.
Well, he keeps such great position. He's so strong and physical. It's extremely difficult against Marinelli to get an angle and a clean attack.
Yeah, he does not let you do anything clean.
Green, your choice.
After experience, Illinois 3, and Illinois 1.
Tom
Illinois
Brands.
chooses the down position.
Set. Red cover. Shut.
Off the whistle.
Good chop from the inside.
Quad pod from Braunagel.
Hold that hand down.
You're all right. You're all right. Come on. Keep coming up.
Marinelli
back up,
with the
Danny.
wrist.
Nice
Bumps him
job.
forward.
Brings him forward,
Throw your
ties
wrist
up the
back up.
wrist,
Come on.
keeps the pressure
Now
out,
up. Now up.
out on his toes. A lot of
Hey,
pressure.
little pivot in your head.
Not much room between the hips there. Doesn't give Braunagel a lot to work with. Braunigel's doing a nice job getting up to the quad again. Again, the
Nelson.
pressure. Yep.
Yeah.
Try and stay in. Try and stay in.
Wow.
They slide out of bounds. You hear Jeremy Hunter on the Illinois staff, national champion at Penn State. He's been
Here we go, Green. Get set.
in Champaign a couple of decades already.
Set. Red cover.
There you see Mike Poeta in the middle. Jeremy Hunter left of your screen, and Ed Ruth spoke about him earlier.
Knee slide. Knee slide. Keep moving.
One thing we've seen from Iowa today, Tim, is domination in the top position.
It really has, and it looks like an intentional work on their part. And right now, Marinelli making a statement. If he's going to need to get that right in time when it comes down to the Big Tens and NCAAs, he's got to be able to keep that pressure on and ride the best.
Saw Tom Brands before
Right now.
Here
Go
we go.
the
Get set,
whistle
Green.
to
Hang
begin
on,
the
hang
third
on.
period. Looking at
Let him get
Marinelli,
set.
saying,
Set. Red
keep him
cover.
down. Keep him
Set.
down. 165 pounds, Marinelli ranked 1. For the top 10, hail from the Big Ten. Ranked 7th, Carson Hartshell of Ohio State. Good return there for Marinelli. And the guy that I'm excited to watch, and he got a pin today for the Badgers, Dean Hamady. He's been fantastic at 165. One of the big-time young talents here in the Big Ten.
On that return, Marinelli did a nice job of finding those wrists. Now he's pulling them to the outside, the spiral ride there, pinching the leg back there, keeping Braunagel off balance. Really impressive third period on top.
One red.
Marinelli with that win.
Rode him the entire period. 4-1 decision. There you see Bobby Telford, All-American heavyweight for the Hawkeyes.
Marinelli.
Marinelli, his arm raised. Play a game of horse with her. I'm going to be in Iowa City next week. Maybe I'll have to hunt her
There you
down
go.
She would destroy me, but it'd be fun to say, hey, played a game of horse with Caitlin Clark.
Better than one-on-one. You have a better chance than one-on-one.
174 pounds, Michael Kemerer, NCAA finalist, and Baan Rashal will wrestle for the Fighting Illini. Rashal in place of DJ Shannon, and he's sucking up a single leg, but he's meeting the hips of Kemerer.
Kemerer was able to come out, square up, and was looking for perhaps even a headlock, and Rashal felt that, squared up himself, got out of it.
This is Rashal's dual meet debut in the Illini singlets. Good idea there with level change. Michael Kemerer in his 7th year with the program. 4-time All-American, 3-time Big Ten finalist. Got that Big Ten crown last March at State College. Beat Carter Starocki of Penn State. Of course, Starocki won that national final at 174.
He's just pushing.
Rashal this season is 0-4. 0-2 at both the Michigan State Open and the Lindenwood Open. But battling hard here in this first period against Kemerer.
He's done a nice job, head hands defense. Kemerer not being able to get through it.
Kemerer 3-0 this season. Made his season debut last Friday night in Iowa City against Minnesota.
Nothing.
Kemerer single leg.
And he cracks down as good as anyone. Nice job. 2 points for Kemerer right there. Looking for the back points as he elevates that back leg. If he can elevate, and he's down a little low, but if he can elevate that up, he's got the count.
Saw this last week in his win against Garrett Ninehouse, a 17-1 tech fall last Sunday. He can put the points up in a hurry. Tough position.
Now he's bringing it, he sees right where he is. Look at that right leg staying inside.
Kemerer had a pin at Northwestern on Friday, the 20th of his career, looking for number 21, and there it is.
Cinched it up with that front headlock.
At 174, your winner by pin from Iowa, Michael Kemerer.
Michael Kemerer, his second pin of the weekend. This is where he settles in, cinches it up.
Knows
Good night.
right where he was. Nice mat sense.
Now up at 197 pounds, another Illinois native, and Jacob Warner. He'll face off against Matt Wroblewski. Jacob Warner from Tolono, Illinois, south of Champaign.
My house is in there somewhere.
Warner wrestling at Washington High School for Brian Medlin, who heads the RTC efforts here at the University of Illinois. Wroblewski, Mount Prospect, Illinois. Prospect High School, was a 2-time placer. Won a state title in 2017. He comes in 4-3. Jacob Warner, 4-time finalist.
Okay, here we go, gentlemen.
Won
Center.
3 Illinois state titles. Back in his home
Pick
states.
Set.
And he'll put his talents on display. Comes in 9-1. Quick double leg attempt there from Wroblewski off the whistle.
Good effort by Warner there from a standpoint of he gave his hips
Nothing.
and took his hips away, then comes around for the 2 points, but he definitely just dropped right down onto the leg to get those 2 points. So good reaction by Warner.
No, we're out.
Wroblewski comes out, pulls the trigger, but Warner fends him off. Little reshot action. gets the 2 points.
Warner coming off a
Red cover.
major decision, 11-2 in Evanston against Andrew Davison. His only loss was in the duel against Iowa State. 1 point loss, 4-3 to Younger Bastida of the Cyclones. They have been stingy on top. I do not recall any push-away escapes, free escapes from Iowa. They have been riding extremely tough.
The Hawkeyes have clamped down on the Illini today, very intentionally, very impressively.
This is the stat that tells you all you need to know about Jacob Warner. At the Big Ten Championships, 3 different times he's been third. And what that tells you is he gets the next best thing. You come back, you fight for your team, get the next best thing. Love seeing guys that finish with those odd placements. 3rd, 5th, 7th if you can't get the top prize. Roll and out of bounds.
No change.
Warner, a 3-time All-American for the Hawkeyes.
Stand up and reach over. Get to your feet and reach over.
Set. Red cover.
2019, he was 7th. In 2020, would have been a 5 seed, first-team All-American.
Walking your hands back.
And in St. Louis this past March,
Feet and reach
went in
back.
as a 5 seed, he took 4th.
Back, come on.
Fell to Miles Amin in that 3rd place match, 5-3. That one he didn't get, 3rd place. Riding time over a minute, lot of pressure from Warner, digging in. His bright yellow shoes.
Warner does a great job of controlling the situation when he's ahead. I mean, that early takedown was huge for him because he's in control now. He can control everything from this point out. And Wroblewski wanted to get something different. He wanted to change the momentum and pulled the trigger fast, but Warner was able to react, get that takedown, and now is in complete control.
1 minute.
Wroblewski starting all 8 duels at 197 a year ago, 5-5 overall last year, 5-3 in Big Ten duels. Coming off a loss to Greg Bolzak of Rutgers, 9-1.
Fight that claw hand,
He'll
Matt.
let you go.
Wroblewski was 4th at the MSU Open, 4-2 record at the tournaments.
Warning on red. Warning on red. That's you.
There's a
Top
warning
side. You gotta
on
come
Warner
out to
for
the side a
stalling.
little bit, riding parallel. Let's go.
This is where you don't let the official dictate what you want to do. I mean, and so it's pretty obvious that coach wants Warner to keep him down, and he's been working hard on top, and you don't let the officials one call change your game plan that you have here. And so for 30 seconds, instead of going, wow, I better let him up or do something different because the officials warned me, no, I'm going to just keep the hammer on. And
that's what he's doing, riding time over 2.5 minutes. These two met last season in the duel. Warner winning at 4-0, also beat Wroblewski at the Midlands back in 2018, 6-1 final.
Fight that 201. Fight the 201.
A takedown,
You got this, man.
a ton of riding time, finishing the period on top.
Green's choice.
2-0 score.
Tigers 2, Illinois 0.
This is one of those weight classes, Tim, 197 pounds, not only in the Big Ten, but the landscape nationally. This weight class is going to decide a lot.
Gets that red.
Intermat rankings, 5 of the
Green
top
cover.
8, 8 of the top 20 from the Big Ten.
Set.
Max Dean of Penn State ranks 2nd. He comes over from Cornell, national finalist a couple of years back. AJ
Out,
Ferrari,
okay.
reigning national champion from Oklahoma State, ranked 1st. But Eric Schultz, Nebraska, Warner, Bolzak of Rutgers, Brucky of Michigan.
Set.
And you got guys
Green
like
cover.
Ponola from Purdue, Cameron Caffey of Michigan State. He's ranked 18th. Super talented.
nice hip separation by Warner there. Wroblewski lets him go there for the 1-point escape.
Three 3-0 score.
Matt, work those underhooks.
Wroblewski represented Poland at the 2018 Junior World Championships. He finished 8th. Parents Adam and Agnes moved to the United States from Poland, so Matt with dual citizenship. Cool opportunity for him. He trails Jacob Warner 3-0. Midway through this second period.
1 minute remaining.
Arm drag.
Get him at reacted. Get after it. Man, look to create stuff. Let's create an opening.
There we go, man. More of that. More motion.
The pressure's been put on by Warner. He keeps the center there, gets the ties, looking to move Matt. Same thing that the Illinois coaches want Wroblewski to do, but basically the control
Come on, guys, wrestle
is
here.
all Warner's.
More, Matt.
Couple hands flying there. 15 seconds. Good matchup at heavyweight upcoming with Tony Cassioppi and Luke Luffman.
Screen your choice.
Takes care of the second period.
It's Iowa 3 and Illinois 0.
What do you want to do? What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Neutral? Green takes
More
neutral.
Big Ten wrestling coming your way tomorrow. Michigan State and Indiana. 3:30, 2:30 Central Time. Nice win by Roger Chandler and Michigan State. They beat Purdue on match points criteria.
Yes, a very big win for Coach Chandler and Michigan State, and
There you go.
we'll be looking forward to see if he can keep the momentum
People
going
reacted to you.
against Indiana.
Does it get any better? A Monday afternoon, Big Ten wrestling.
Come on, re-attack.
Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Glad to have more wrestling on the network tomorrow afternoon. And again, Big Ten Wrestling and Beyond tomorrow night. 10:30 Eastern. Shot from Wroblewski. Warner looking to jack him up. Here we go.
Right into Wroblewski's wheelhouse there, but
Man, you gotta try and find that spot.
Warner's been all over the place from a standpoint. He's been able to go low, he's been able to go high, he's found angles, but he's only gotten one takedown out of it.
Wroblewski likes to go upper body. He's down 4-0 because the Hawkeye has the riding time locked up. So Wroblewski, again, another one of those situations. Got nothing to lose, let it fly, go for the big home run. Swing as hard as you can, Tim.
Pick it up.
Might be an 0-2 count right now, but you got to swing as hard as you
down,
can.
Yeah, don't go down looking and
Exactly.
complaining to the umpire that it was on the called strike. You bet. Nice job there on the single leg takedown by Warner. Looking for that far ankle, coming shelving that and coming across the hips for the 2 points. Nice job.
Build your base, man. Come on.
After losing that match to Bastida of Iowa State, this will be 7 in a row. Finding a rhythm is the Hawkeye Jacob Warner,
Easy.
the 3-time All-American.
Come on, Matt.
Slow walk back to the center from Wroblewski.
7 seconds in the period, gentlemen. 7 seconds. Set.
Finish it out.
Red, cover. Shut.
That's
For
putting
good
an
measure.
exclamation on it.
6-0. Jacob Warner of Iowa, your winner at 197 pounds.
Jacob Warner.
Luke Luffman and Tony Cassioppi, 2 ranked wrestlers here at the weight class. Luffman 11-2. Cassioppi comes in at 7-2. He was pinned by Jack Del Garbino of Princeton to start the season. And his only other loss was to Gable Stevenson last Friday night. Since then, a pin against Purdue and a 7-2 decision over Lucas Davison of Northwestern for Cassioppi. Some good country music here inside State Farm Center. Once again, what is this, third match in a row, I believe? Pair of Illinois preps doing battle. Luffman from Urbana, Illinois, was a 3-time state champion, a pair of titles at 220, and then in 2019 bumped up to win the title at 285. Just a really solid heavyweight is Luffman.
He very much is. In Urbana, he did a great job. He's just a couple of miles down the road from State Farm. But he has not got to the maturity of Cassioppi from a standpoint. But, you know, he hasn't even redshirted yet. And so he's got, Luffman's got some maturing to do, but he's come a long ways.
2020 season, he was 17-11, 8th in the Big Tens. Last season, 9-7, 7th in the Big Ten. And of course, with all the talent in the Big Ten, nothing to drop your head over. So much talent in the conference, 5 of the top 8 in the rankings from this conference, 9 of the top 17 heavyweights from the Big Ten. Of course, Gable Steveson, the Olympic champion, and reigning national champion, ranked #1, Mason Paris. We saw him this past Friday from Michigan. Kind of solidified himself as that second guy. Tony Cassioppi, first-team All-American in 2020. He was 3rd in St. Louis in March. And it got me to thinking, you look at Cassioppi, TJ, he's never wrestled the national tournaments in front of fans yet. Hopefully he'll get that opportunity in March.
Put a lot of pressure on Luffman. Cassioppi is right here, finding the wrist and doing a nice job both of pinching that ankle back there, but then his right knee was pushing in when right there. He'll use his right knee to push in to keep Luffman flat.
The trend continues. Iowa dominating in the top position. Riding time, 90 seconds.
If you saw pictures of both these guys from high school, you'd say, who are these guys? They've both done a really nice job of changing their bodies. Luffman, a couple of years ago, really, you know, hit the weights, and he wants to continue to grow as a heavyweight. But Cassioppi, well documented what he's done since last summer. He just looks great. They both look great.
Cassioppi dropping about 20 pounds, hit the weight room hard. Wanted to get leaner and meaner.
You can see how his back leg is there, stretching out the Luffman's ankle right there, so that Luffman cannot get his balance, come to his to his base, and then Cassioppi digging in there, bringing that wrist in. So much pressure on Luffman there. It tires you out besides setting you up for the arm bar or the tilts that you're looking for.
Time.
Outstanding wrestler presented by Cliff Keen Athletic, Drake Ayala. 125 pounder for Iowa. Caps off an impressive weekend in Michael DeAugustino of Northwestern. And today, a decision over Justin Cardani of Illinois. Fell behind 2-0 early and rallied back and really controlled the majority of that match. He gets his arm raised. He is our outstanding wrestler, again presented by Cliff Keen Athletic. 3-0 Cassioppi early second period. I do not have the stat, but when this duel is over, TJ, I am curious to see how much total riding time Iowa's had in this duel. It's a lot.
They have put the hammer on top, and it's been very intentional. And I think the coaches are happy with the pressure that they put on top of the Illini.
I mean, my guess is they got to be knocking on the door of 20 minutes.
Come on, guys, off the fingers.
Cassioppi, 40 career victories, 22 of those bonus points, including 14 pins.
Hey, that was it. That was how to do it.
1 minute.
See if Luffman is able to generate some kind of offense.
Luff, let's have an answer. Smart
You hear
here.
Mike Poeta saying, Luff, let's have an answer. He needs to put himself back into this match.
Yeah, you don't go under. I mean, you talked about Mason Paris. He's one of the few that I saw, aside from Gable Steveson in his opponent, that has the strength in the body to go under other great heavyweights and lift. And Luffman gets himself caught underneath Cassioppi takes advantage, does a nice job, gets the 2 points.
Here you go.
Luffman in a tough spot, elbows out, head down as they wrestle on the edge.
Up, you letting them underneath yours.
Hey, it's an opportunity. You got an opportunity to get
Tony
moving.
Cassioppi out of Roscoe, Illinois. Hononegah was third as a sophomore, two-time state champion, 100-0 record combined those last 2 years. UWW U23 world champion was Tony Cassioppi. Went to Serbia, got a pin in the finals.
Red shoes is down, third period,
Mentioned how good heavyweight is before TJ. Gable Steeves, Olympic champion. Mason Paris, junior world champion. Colton Schultz,
green cover.
I believe, is a junior world champion.
Yeah.
Kirk Foley at a Penn State, is he a cadet world champion?
Right.
Anthony Cassioppi, U23 world champion. There's your top 5 guys at the weight class. You better bring the big boy pants at heavyweight, because that is incredible. And as I always say, TJ, when I look at those guys, these are not your father's heavyweights. I mean, this is a different kind of animal this day and age.
I think that's what Tony Cassioppi has done in the last year, too, is saying, hey, I have got to keep changing and evolving and getting better so I can not only look better and be stronger, but quicker and be able to compete like he is right here against a very good heavyweight from Illinois, Luffman. But he's thinking about, what do I have to do to go to that next level? And I think that his exercise of what he's done with his body has been amazing.
He has controlled this match right from the start.
Come on, Luff, let's end on my feet. Come on.
Riding time coming up on 4 minutes. Illinois will go back to the practice room, try to keep getting better. That's all you can do.
Easy, easy. Hey, watch the knee in the head. Watch the knee.
And I will say this Iowa team, they can do this to a lot of teams.
Warning on green, warning on green.
Sully, Illinois, point, Iowa.
And now Cassioppi.
And he's got the chin. And he's looking for it. That cow catcher got the chin. He's going to settle in there. Wow.
Luffman fighting it.
Whoa.
It's over. 15th fall of his career.
Looking for that. Caught that chin. Did that cow catcher. And that's the way you put it down. Boom. Underhook, drives through, catches the chin, keeps it, and now settles in. The big pin to end it all.